Welcome to Headlines in Bed. Today is Friday, February 19th, 2021. Thank you for joining me. Good to see you. Um, Grab a cup of coffee, some tea, a cup of yogurt, get comfortable, and let's get started with today's headlines. And we'll start with the U.S. News and World Report. Um, the report, what a disaster! Exclamation point. While in the past natural disasters brought the nation together to help neighbors, current crises like the one in Texas are merely exposing America's deep partisan divides. Um, Biden administration ready to meet with Iran. The announcement regarding Tehran's nuclear program offers the first clues on how President Joe Biden will address one of the thorniest foreign policy problems he faces. U.S. foes pounds on deadly Texas outages. The Biden administration should spend more time trying to take care of its own citizens in Texas and elsewhere than denouncing other countries, one report published in China suggested. I think that's a good call out. Let the most prosperous country in the world prosper. Help citizens prosper. Coronavirus emergency financial aid, what students should know. A new round of federal emergency grants for college students is coming. This time more students may qualify. That's interesting. I'm looking forward to reading that. Matcha versus coffee. I don't drink coffee. My body can't handle caffeine. So I'm not going to participate in this battle. International students and academic progress. What is the best Bitcoin wallet? 10 certification programs for careers. What's the Pritikin diet? Well, I got a little marketing-ish. NASA rover lands on Mars. This is super, super cool. Democrats introduce Biden's immigration bill. Super interesting. ICE implements new arrest priorities. Remain in Mexico. Migrants to enter U.S. Some Oregon businesses to reopen. Pfizer vaccine can be stored at warmer temperatures. 96-year-old, no, that's an ad, so we're going to move on. Almost got me there. Preaching the vaccine gospel. Black clergy members are countering mistrust and conspiracy theories to help curb the impact of COVID-19 on the people they serve. What is a good LSAT score? Applicants to the 10 highest ranked schools should aim for an LSAT score of 170 or higher, experts say. And on a related note, study habits that won't help on LSAT. Southerners less willing to get vaccine. More than a third of respondents in states such as Louisiana, Mississippi, and Idaho said they're not likely to get vaccinated when they are able, according to Census Bureau data. How to Historic nose in Texas. Interesting. I'm not getting the same impression as. Let's see. Am I in news? Because I'm not getting the same impression as we did last time. It felt a little too news magazine-y. Well, this page, which is supposed to be news, is also okay. Well, with Trump and Mitch, I haven't had this much fun since Alien versus Predator. Okay, that's funny, I guess. With that, we thank U.S. News, and we move on to the Financial Times. G7 leaders put spotlight on vaccine donations to developing world. Christian happy with pathogens, we need to play offense. Uh, Austria could reopen bars and restaurants next month with mass testing. BioNTech and Pfizer COVID vaccine no longer needs ultra cold storage. New stability data comes as Israel study shows efficacy of single dose. That's good news. Um, I wonder what did they change the recipe, the formula? What changed? UniCredit banker moonlighted for Marcus Brown's family office. Senior figure was due around 800,000 euro for work done for Wirecard CEO and run up to the payment company's collapse. Millennium Images as top hedge fund investor and SPACs. Australia's big tech fight doesn't provide a model. Telling staff to buck up breaks management's golden rule. Reprimanding miserable employees during lockdown is bound to backfire. Alpine skiing industry faces uphill battle upon reopening U-turn. Uber loses landmark UK battle as core rules drivers are workers. Uber loses landmark UK battle as core rules drivers as workers. US lawmakers focus the ire on Robinhood and GameStop recriminations. Biden to tell Europe the US will spearhead global democracy. China's clampdown on Jack Ma's and Boots' rival. When will these risks become a critical global threat? Huawei loses court bid for release of HSBC records and financial chief case. US to join negotiations on Iran's nuclear program. We already talked about that. Cruz criticized for Mexico trip during Texas weather crises. Senator flies to Cancun as U.S. state grapples with freezing temperatures and power blackouts. We read that yesterday, right? So this doesn't offer any news. New news. Bill Gates, My Green Manifesto. Reality bites as Biden tries to loosen ties with Saudi Arabia. Facebook ban on news in Australia provokes fierce backlash. Macron urges Europe to send vaccines to Africa now. US bond sell-off steers warnings over stock market strength. Okay. Joe Biden's huge bet, the economic consequence of acting big. And with that, we're gonna thank the Financial Times, and we're gonna move on to the Guardian. Texas storm, millions without heat, water, and power as crews travels backlash continues. State still suffering power and resource shortages amid winter storms, while news outlets report Cancun trip was hastily planned getaway. The Scars of Solitary, Albert Woodfox on freedom after 44 years in a concrete cell. 44 years in a concrete cell, unimaginable. Woodfox was a member of the Angola Three, a group of men wrongfully accused of murder. Now he marks the 15th anniversary of his freedom. Colombia tribunal reveals at least 6,402 people were killed by army to boost body count. US makes official return to Paris Climate Pact. Harry and Meghan will not return as working royals, says Palace. Oh no, the Queen already dismissed them. Florida. Women wear granny disguise in attempt to get COVID vaccine. Wow. Dolphins have similar personality traits to humans, study finds. Poland faces third COVID wave. Pfizer vaccine cuts transmission, studies find. It's cultural genocide inside the fight to stop pipeline on tribal lands. Sacha Baron Cohen, if you're protesting against racism, you're going to upset some racists. Well, that's a pretty sound statement. Uh, Australian Open, Daniil Medvedev, the ultimate disruptor, is on the brink of tennis history. Wow. And what about Naomi's win? Huh? There is no I in threesome. The film about polyamory that isn't quite what it seems. John Oliver Lux and his fiancée decided to film their attempt at an open relationship. Things didn't go to plan. MI6 boss apologizes for past ban on LGBT staff. Japan website maps neighborhoods that have noisy children. What? Italy mafia boss wins legal right to play music in his solitary prison cell. It was obviously a mistake. Ted Cruz on decision to fly to Mexico as Texas freezes. Well, with that, we're going to thank the Guardian, and I'm going to thank you for joining me today. It's forecast outside, but I'm still going to try to make it a great day. Please do so. Have a great weekend, and see you on Monday.